All right, question from Ricky. Daniel, how do you create passive income in your 20s? Well, stay tuned. Let's find out. What's going on, guys? This is Daniel, one half of the Kwak Brothers. A big thank you to Ricky for sending in that question that inspired this video. How do you create passive income in your 20s? Well, I feel obligated to share the way I created passive income in my 20s. And truth be told, I was financially free ever since I was 22. And, I guess you could say that I'm retired, but I wouldn't say I am retired because I just love what I do. Retirement only really happens when you work. In my mind, I don't really ever work because I love what I do so much. So how did I create passive income? Well, truth be told, I started at the age of 18. I was really lucky, really blessed to have people in my life introduce me to the world of entrepreneurship, to the world of starting a business. Now, that's not to say that if you want to create passive income, you have to absolutely start a business or whatever it is, whatever it may be. I'm sure there's other ways of creating passive income that I don't know about. That's legal, at least. Can't forget that word, the L word. So how did I create passive income personally, and how could I speak into you in this video? Well, I did what's called real estate investing. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what real estate investing is, it's investing in real estate. And for those of you guys that don't know specifically what real estate really means, it just means properties, right? So it could be anything from storage units, it could be anything from apartment complexes, it could be anything to single family houses, to even buying office buildings. Now, how do you buy those things? Well, I'll give you more information on how you can do that, because it's not as easy as just walking up to the owner and saying, hey, I want to buy this building. It's not that simple, right? So I'll be sure to leave a lot of resources in the description below on how you guys can find out more on how to actually invest in real estate. And of course, we have a lot of videos on our channel that teaches you how to do that. So I personally got involved in real estate investing, and what I simply do is I learned how to buy specifically apartment complexes and single family homes where people actually live in the building, because in my mind, the biggest necessities in the world is food, water, and shelter. And so I love investing in things that I know is going to be 100% secure. Not to say again that investing in anything else is not secure, but in my world, I always know that people are always going to need housing. So that's what got me intrigued in the idea of real estate investing. I knew if I were to spend a lot of my time learning how to do so, I was going to be pretty secure financially, because, well, people are always going to pay rent. Now, how did I exactly get started? How did I exactly create passive income to answer Ricky's question? Well, step one in creating passive income is you have to be a different person. One of my favorite quotes that I like to quote all the time is a quote by Thomas Edison, and it actually is, to have what you've never had, you've got to learn what you've never learned, you've got to do what you've never done, say what you've never said, but most importantly, be who you've never have been. When I was 18 years old, I had this mindset of I need to go to school, I need to get good grades, I need to get a job, and I need to do this, I need to do that. Well, at the end of the day, I kind of reverse engineered my thought process, and I was just like, well, why do I need a job? Well, I need a job for income, for money. Okay, well, in order for me to get a job, what do I have to do? Well, I have to go to school, get good grades. Okay, so if the end goal for me is to get this income thing, this money thing, are there other options besides getting a job? Right? And I found out at age 18 that there was other things, there was other alternatives for me to get this income. And then I thought, well, are there ways that I could potentially get this money thing without having to necessarily work as hard? I remember when I was 6-year-old, right? I was 6 years old, and I remember I was creating this little fort, right? I was creating a pillow fort like we all do, right? And I quickly learned that instead of building an entire fort of pillows, right, I could instead build a fort next to like my couch, right? And I could bring in a chair and put like the blanket. And I know this is a lame example, but the moral of the story is that I could use different things, different tools to get my goal, to get my objective done, right? So in this case, it's like, how can I not work as hard, but yet still generate this income thing that everybody else that seems to be much older than I am, they have to wake up every single day and they have to go to this thing where they don't want to go, spend 8 to 12 hours every single day. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, truth be told, I wasn't a big fan of that. That's not something that I wanted to get into. And yes, there are people out there who love their job. This world wouldn't be where it is without doctors, without lawyers, without, surgeons, right? People who we absolutely need in society. We need people to have jobs. But for me personally, I knew that's not what I wanted. My gifts weren't in medicine. My gifts certainly wasn't in athletics, even though I wanted it to be. I don't know if you can get a full shot of me, but you could probably agree with me when I say athletics is probably not my strongest suit. So I needed to create something different. And then I learned about this real estate thing. So how did I do it? Well, number one, I found somebody who was already doing it. And it's the same concept with anything else. If you want to get bigger, you want to lift more weights, you want to develop more muscle, well, you should probably work out with somebody who has that already, who is a physical trainer, who knows what to eat, how much to lift, what to do when, right? It's the same concept. So success with anything, whether it's lifting weights, whether it's creating passive income, is duplicatable, right? Duplicationable, like a logo. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still learning English, right? I'm still an immigrant at heart. So success is all about duplication, right? So find somebody, right? Find somebody who's doing it and repeat the process. And in my case, I met my very first mentor when I was 20 years old, who I was just like, oh man, but I'm only 20 years old. I don't know if I'm able to do this thing, right? And guess what my mentor told me? My mentor told me, guess what? The property doesn't care how old you are. The money doesn't care how old you are. And also whatever you could buy, like cars, right? Or people you could help, doesn't care how old you are either. So that for me was a huge epiphany. And by the way, guys, I would make the argument that in your 20s is the best time to generate passive income because, well, most likely if you're watching this video and you're in your 20s, especially if you're in your early 20s or even late teens, well, guess what? Chances are you're not married, you don't have a family, right? There's not other dependents depending on you, and you're more able to take more risks because you have much more time in your life left to make it up if you do anything too terrible. And at the end of the day, like, what do you have to really, really lose? So that was me in my case when I was 18. What do I have to really lose? The second point, besides finding a mentor, is I knew I had to learn myself. The biggest investment that you're ever gonna make is the 6 inches between your 2 ears, right? A lot of famous people, especially Warren Buffett, somebody I look up to wholeheartedly, actually says the most important piece of real estate you ever invest into is your brain, is your mind. And I cannot stress that enough. So right now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about clicking away, don't, because the investment in your mind is so key. So let's continue with that investing by talking about number 2, which is investing in yourself. So what did I do? Well, I started reading books. I started reading books on personal development. I started going to seminars. I started attending events. And I started surrounding myself with people that thought exactly how I thought. And that's kind of what you want to do, right? They say if you want to get better at the game of basketball, you have to play people that also like playing basketball too. But also you want to play with people that are better than you, right? That are absolutely better than you, so you could work alongside their level. So first off, you have to find a mentor, number 1. Number 2, change who you are, right? And number 3, be immersed. Be immersed at whatever you do. So whatever your gift is, I truly believe that you could create passive income through whatever you want to do in life. If you love design, fantastic. start a company that does design and learn how to automate it, how to make it efficient, which, by the way, if you're wanting to learn how to automate businesses, automation is a huge thing that my brother and I have added into our business. And if you want to find out more information, feel free to check out some of our other videos. But in my case, with real estate investing, which I believe to be one of the most secure ways to create passive income, right? I had to emerge myself. You know, one of the greatest quotes that we hear all the time in college, high school, whatever it may be, is it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, I made the conscious decision at age 20 when I first started out in real estate investing. I said, you know what? That's true. You know, this journey, my entrepreneurial real estate investing journey is not gonna be about, you know, what I know, but who I know. But I made the decision at age 20 that what I know, right? What I know in terms of my knowledge and education, experience, and things that I have learned about was going to make me the person that everybody wanted to get to know. Because at the end of the day, we can't create income, we can't create money without value. Money is only created through the giving of value. Now, when you're talking about passive income, well, yeah, find a system where you're creating continuous value. In the case of real estate investing, every single month my tenants pay me rent. Well, guess what? Every single month I continue to provide them housing, right? Every single month I'm providing them a roof over their head, a door, a bathroom, a kitchen, right? I'm providing that every single month. Yet, am I going to have to repeat the continuous giving of value every single month? No, because it's a building. It does that in and of itself. So I wanted to make sure my what I know was gonna make me the person that people wanted to get to know. So I encourage you, as I talk about number 3, emerging yourself, make yourself that person. Try and figure out, go out, do some research. While you're on YouTube, check out all the other videos on, man, what are people wanting? What do they want? What does everybody want? And figure out what value could I provide that could make me valuable in this space, in this market, in this arena of creating passive income. So I hope that was a helpful first step in helping you guys get a better idea on how to create passive income. If you guys want more information or you want me to get more specific on how I specifically started in real estate investing, I am releasing a 3 to 4 part video series on how I actually even started on my real estate investing journey. So be sure to check that out. That link will also be in the description below. My name is Daniel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, this is Daniel.
And this is Sam.
We are the Kwak Brothers. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you want to see more content value that we put out like this, what should they do, Sam?
Go and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you guys get notification for our upcoming videos.
That's right.